Hello everyone, it's Comrade Snake here. So it has been quite a while since my last upload. So I have been we moved. I moved. Me and my fiance moved into a new place, and getting everything moved and settled in and everything just took a while. Plus, just kind of getting used to the new place and everything else about it, and tidying up furniture and all that jazz. It's a long process. I'm sure anybody who's ever moved knows how long they can be, especially when you're trying to figure out all the new things that you need to get and fix and etc. etc. So that has took a lot of time, and I just wasn't up for filming anything for quite a while there with all that going on. But it's about time, and I have a completely new gaming space that just for me down in the basement down here. So that's going to be awesome and give me a lot of room to do this more. So I've actually picked up a few new games in the meantime. I didn't do unboxing for all of them, although I am going to do one for one I just got today. But something I got for myself for my birthday, which I did not do the unboxing of, but I'm very excited about this one. 1914 Knock Paris by VUCA Simulations put it out. Obviously, game design, Bertrand Meunier. It's the first 6 weeks of the Western Front of World War One, and I actually have one of the training scenarios set up over here on this coffee table, which I'm kind of using sometimes as a game state, but you can kind of see a little bit of my setup here. I got still a little bit of things to unpack because I need to get a few more shelves, but yeah, so I got a little bit more of a new space, so that's gonna be cool. It's awesome. But right now, I'm gonna be unpacking one I just picked up today for the People, the 25th anniversary edition, published by GMT Games, game design Mark Herman. So I have never played any version of this prior. It's a Civil War game, of course. As you can see, it's a point-to-point strategic level game. Decent complexity. Pretty suitable for solitaire. So that's going to be cool. Check all that out. I know that this is kind of one part of the inspiration for the GMT game, the U.S. Civil War, which is one of my favorite games. Just absolutely a fantastic game. But that is not a point-to-point. That is a hex. But I believe this one has some of the, especially like the it's some of this game's DNA is in that, is my understanding. But all right, I already took the shrink wrap off, but I've not actually opened it yet. So let's see what we get in here. It's a little stuck. Hold on. There we go. Okay. All right. Here we go. So rules of play on top. It's about 48 pages with the index. Okay, full color, just paper, not glossy, which I like. So we got all of our, well, it looks like this is a extended kind of example of play. It looks like maybe in the beginning. Yeah, so it actually starts with a extensive example of play, and then kind of goes on from there, I assume, to how to do everything else. So I know this is a card-driven game, and you'll be moving stuff around. So that's building forts, which even the symbol's the same from the other one. So building forts along rivers and moving troops point to point, doing all that kind of stuff. So that's awesome. Cool. Charts, sequence of plus. We have 2 player aid charts. It looks like. Yeah. Or actually, and a card list. Okay, so we have double-sided player aids. So sequence of play, strategic will, which is something that I know is in the GMT's U.S. Civil War. State control values, so that must affect certain things there. That's a little different. Battle DRM, combat results, movement, running guns. So I must be forgetting out of getting through forts. Card list. Looks like a setup card for 1861. I don't know if is there other scenarios besides. Oh yeah, okay. So you can kind of see the front. So they have 61, 2, 3, 4, and then the campaign game. All right, so they do have different ones. We have a counter sheet for some markers, control markers, destroyed. Must be no rail access, that kind of thing. Oh, and we have counter sheet 1, so just a few strength point markers. So nothing, not crazy high values. GMT Civil War has, oops, those punched out really well on accident. Came off really easily. And some markers, generals, etc. Yeah, so cavalry generals, of course. All these higher-level commanders, McClellan, Rosecrans Grant, and then of course we got Confederates, so Beauregard, Albert Sidney Johnson, Joseph Johnson, Leonidas Polk. Yeah, you got all the Jackson, all those guys. So not very many counters, which in some ways I do appreciate. And I know this was a big thing for this new edition, is a big mounted map. Let me see if I can get this folded out. Oh, it looks like it's double-sided. Let me see how that works. Okay, hold on. So we have the big double-sided mounted map, and it is big. So covering everything here. So it goes all the way up to Trenton, New Jersey, across through Pennsylvania, and all the way over into Missouri. Got a little bit of Texas kind of down here at the bottom, and kind of the Florida panhandle, and all that. That's cool. Let me see what's on the back here. A different map. Is this... Oh, this must be the original map. So I bet this is the original map that the game used, because that's for the people. Yeah, so this is for the people up there, and then this must be the... So this is a new map, which probably has some differences that I'm not aware of, maybe? Maybe this is the new map? Not 100% certain, but it mostly seems the same, just different graphics. Maybe it's just, maybe the actual spaces are the same and it's more kind of a clarity thing, because this has a little bit more of a topographical look, and if you want visually something a little more clear, maybe if that's your preference, they give you both options. But I'm just speculating. I'm not 100% certain on that, but the spaces seem to be the same. I think it might just be a matter of graphical preference. Anyway, that's all. That's cool. At least I'm glad that's cool that people get the option if they want to do that, or use which one to use. And then it also comes with lots of bags, some dice, which are rounded corners, which I always appreciate. I want rounded corners on my dice. And then the various cards for card play. Looks like we have I think it's a Union and a Confederate deck. Yeah, so we have, something like here, General Scott, the Anaconda Plan. So it's worth a certain amount of value for, I believe those are points that are used for moving units around. And there's also this effect. I don't know if it's an either or, since I haven't actually read the rules, but Union player may either increase the blockade level by 1 or increase the amphibious assault modifier by 2. So that's cool. So you get different things like that. Chickamauga. Strategic Hunter Confederate may move up to 5 strength points using strategic movement, only by rail, to a space of the Confederate general who is then activated normally and must attempt to enter a space with at least one more Union SPs or forts, one or more Union SPs or forts. If a general casualty occurs in the battle caused by this card, the commanding general is eligible. This is an exception to the rules. I see. Okay, so this is, lets the Confederates get, looks like a big concentration and then attack, so they can kind of just do a quick boom, boom maneuver. That's cool. Governor Isham Harris, Tennessee Confederate, may immediately place 2 strength points in any friendly control space in Tennessee with a line of communication. Both SPs are placed in the same space. The SPs cannot be placed in a pro-Union space or one occupied by Union strength points over 4. All right, well, that's cool. I'm not going to open these right now because I'm probably not going to play, and then I would just have an insert. It doesn't look like there's anything else in there. So that's pretty cool. This is definitely something I'd give a shot, or probably have a pretty easy time getting someone else to play this with me. Some of my more crazy games, I don't necessarily have a lot of people that are willing to put up with it. Oh, another one came out. But this is relatively simple. I could probably get some people, so that'll be good. Yeah, all right. Let me just get all the rest of these back in here. right, so that is For the People, the 25th anniversary edition. All right, so I will probably pretty soon, once I kind of get a better grasp on the rules for 1914 Knock Paris, or Paris, I'll probably play some of the smaller scenarios on camera, at least a little bit. And then after that, at some point, I do want to get back to what I originally intended to film a bit before, which was On to Richmond 2. So I may get back to that. It kind of depends on what I'm feeling like, if I want to give that another shot, or maybe something else. Maybe this, I don't know. But I got a few things that I could definitely put up at some point. But first, it's going to be 1914 Knock Paris, maybe a couple scenarios or so, once I get a better handle on the rules. Anyway, so sorry for the long wait for anybody who wants some more, but we'll be getting into it very soon here. Oh, and also Manor Lords, which I would have had an easier time filming prior to, or any video game, prior to the game board, board game stuff, and with all the move. There was an update shortly after I released those videos that broke all the saves, so I didn't want to immediately jump back in, letting it roll out a couple more updates, which have happened. So I might do some more of that fairly soon as well, just if I have some different, depending on, how my time kind of is and how much I want to use for board game versus that kind of stuff, and, kind of go from there. So there might be some more of that, or maybe some other stuff, just more casual stuff as well, now that I can kind of get back in. But the Manor Lords, it'll be a restart, basically, because, like I said, all the save games were broke by the update, so can't go back to that same village again. But anyway, so catch you next time, and there'll be more content coming out soon.